Hello and welcome to Stamra, the Run. Today we're going to be talking about the legendary shoe that is the Vaporfly, and specifically the Vaporfly 2. In 2023, is it still worth it? Let's find out. So we are 2023 and the Vaporfly 3 is out, and we're going to be still talking about the Vaporfly Next Percent 2. Now, this is an absolute legendary shoe. I can't comment on the 3 because I have the 2 and I didn't fancy spending another 250 quid when I've got a perfectly good shoe here. Some of the stacks and the specs on these shoes. So these are a size 9 and I believe the ounces on these are about 6.9 or 195-ish grams. ZoomX foam is a P-Bax foam. There's 40 mil stack height in the heel and 32 in the forefoot, giving it an offset of 8 mil. So this is technically a high stacked super shoe. There's a full length carbon plate as with the first iteration of this shoe. It's got a weave upper, which is it's an interesting upper here. I think it's one of the better uppers. I think there have been some improvements on the upper since this first came out in, I think it was 2021 or 2022. I had the original Vaporfly one and we'll talk about that in a second, and there's no surprise that Mr. Kipton ran the London the marathon this year, and whilst everyone had the Vaporfly 3s, he was doing the Vaporfly 2s, the black pair, and he came in first and absolutely destroyed the field. So these are for an elite athlete, a really good shoe. So in 2023, if you can get yourself a pair, should you still spend your money on these if you can pick up a pair? And I mean, there are so many pairs out there. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about the Vaporfly 2. Now, this is definitely a shoe that you use on the day of the event. For most people, or from what people say, you can be in this from anything up to from 5k all the way through to the 26 miles. The marathon, I've never taken this up to that because for me they just don't work. Now, I had version 1 and there was definitely changed something in the foam between version 1 and 2, because version 1 and 2, even though they look similar, the upper is slightly changed, definitely do not feel the same. Thinking back to when I first put that on, the very first one, and it was the bounce and the spring, and it was just unlike anything else ever. Now, it could be since then I've tried lots and lots of other shoes, but even just looking at the first pair, which I don't have now to compare, these are definitely I think it's more probably a harder, because they didn't last that long. So I think they've slightly tweaked the formula to make the midsole last. And if we look underneath here, mine is still in reasonable shape, but that's because I've probably only put, I would probably say, no more than about 60 miles into these, and there are massive signs of wear. Things get stuck in them, but compared to the first pair that I had, the midsole definitely is in better shape. So I would say that is the first thing to think about, is when you buy these shoes, especially the Nikes, the heel on the Vaporfly, again I can't comment on version 3, but on version 1 through to 2, definitely need to consider that these are not going to last. And sad to say, especially if you are heavier, they will definitely not last as long, because they don't like being pounded that much.
That's what she said.
I'm going to take these out on a run and let's see how they do. So today I'm going to do another 5k. I'm probably not going to try and aim for another sub 20 minutes. I'm going to aim for a middling kind of pace, and let's see how they do. So the plan is now is to go out for the run in the shoes. Let's see what they like to put on. This is a consideration. If you've got wide feet, then yeah, good luck on that, because yeah, they're gonna hurt. So let's give them a go, put them on. I don't have particularly wide feet, so that's good. Seem quite comfortable on feet. Softer than I remember. Now, before the Vaporfly, you had these Pegasus Turbo. And not the nature ones that are out now, because they are just rubbish. I have the original PT2s, which actually are still in really good nick. So if this video gets 10 likes, I will take these out and give these another test, as I've not really been in these for a long time and they're still in really good nick. So, you know, really, in effect, these are the precursor to the 4% and the Vaporflies. So yeah, if this gets 10 likes, I will run in these and see what these are like. So that was time for the run. I'll see you when I get back. So it's back from the run. Yeah, it's really just got back, it's warmed out there. Definitely did not need that long sleeve winter top on today. So the plan for today was to basically just kind of do a medium to tempo run, nothing too extreme, you know, nothing too mad, and yeah, how did they feel on feet? They're a funny beast, because I just find them really, in places at really slow paces, I find them really difficult to use. Just looking at my pace today, in these were did about 5k again, 6:15 a mile, so that comes to 19:44. So probably the 5k was probably a bit quicker than that. Can't say they felt good. Sweating. Can't say they felt bad. What I didn't say beforehand was I really tired today. Did 2 hours at the gym yesterday. Just really tired. And you know, not being, I'm probably gym fit, but not
5K fit as it was, so it felt okay. My legs feel fresh. I personally don't like the feel of these on my feet. To me, they don't feel springy. If I'm being honest with you, I've always felt this, particularly with this pair. I don't know if it's version 2 or the foam. I just find them a bit dead. It could just be me, it could just be the way that I run. I don't find them particularly comfortable. I've got blisters coming on the foot, but my legs do feel fresh, and there is no doubt at all that if you get on with these, you will find these probably the best pair of super shoes that you'll ever own. But I genuinely believe that these are for specific people, whether or not you're an athlete or an elite, or whether you just find these really, really good. I think these would suit somebody who's quite light. I'm currently about 12.5 stone. I think I probably got on with these more when I was probably more about 10.5 stone. I think that these are probably more for elite, for more specialist people. There's no way I would do a half in this. I probably wouldn't even do a 10k. It just doesn't suit me. I have them. They're a good shoe, but they're just not for me.
So in 2023, is this shoe worth a buy? And what is the score? So I would score this, I would give this a 7 out of 10, on the basis that this is a full price shoe. You can still pick them up, full price, £220. I like the fit. I like the midsole. I quite like the stack height. I like the fit. I like the counter in the heel. But for whatever, and I don't understand the reasoning, is it just doesn't work for me. Combine that with it won't last more than about 200 miles, and even if it will last that, after time the ZoomX foam in this won't start to feel as good. I think if you get on with this shoe, I think that you will love this shoe. You know, it sets some fast times. It is an absolute, I think, an elite shoe. I don't think it's for inexperienced people. I don't think it's for people who are prone to the left or the right. I don't think it's for heavier people. I think that it's a specific shoe for a specific person and a specific use case, as in race day shoe. Anything less than 150, so around that £130 mark, so I think I bought these, I can't remember, 110, I think, 100 something, then yes, I think if you want to try them out for that price, if you can pick them up or get a second-hand pair, then potentially yes, but at full price, absolutely not. I'd even say that I would actually prefer Invincible Run 2s, which I actually picked up second hand. They were like brand spanking new, and I think these cost me something like £40, and they're still great. I enjoy this shoe more than this shoe. I prefer to take this out. You know, I enjoy the Invincible Run 2. I enjoy how it feels. Okay, it can get a bit warm, but the grip on it is fantastic. You know, it can do absolutely everything, and I would much prefer this shoe over the Vaporfly 2. So once again, hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe, and see you on the next one.